Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Smudge versus Pokemon Legends Arceus Catch 'em All. We are going to be continuing today very shortly. Um, I have been tinkering with my settings the last few days and hopefully, no promises, but hopefully fix the issue. Now, um, let me hit record here as well, just so. Actually, no. Do you know what? I'll just get the VOD. It's fine. So hopefully you guys will have less juddering to deal with. Also, I am changing the way I'm doing this in as much as let me just get my settings all double check that they saved. Looks good. I will be going to Stream Manager maybe later. And we'll just have the chat open. There we go. So I've got the chat open in my phone today because I was having a look and a lot of people were suggesting that that could have been part of the reason why I was having some issues. It could also just have been my settings on my computer. Let me just hide my. You guys can't see that, but my taskbar is in the way. There we go. Right, so last time we were here, we've caught a few of the Pokemon in this area. We will be looking for a few more. Now, I did off stream do one satchel because they don't generate that quickly. So there's that. So we're gonna go here. We have to go and find a. Actually, I don't need to put that there, do I? We need to go and find the bandits who stole the chunk of wall. If you remember correctly, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rest until morning. That should make it a bit brighter for us, but also means we don't have to deal with Ghastly. And as much as Carnivine's a little bit aggressive, Ghastly is just a bit more aggressive. So we're going to be live a little longer today. I haven't in my mind. This is what I was saying before. When people say about aggressive Pokemon, they seem to have forgotten Paris already. So we're going to hit the rock slide on Paris. There we go. Don't know if that's... Okay, so we get one and one other. I'm guessing that's rock slide for Onyx and defeating Paris. So we'll we'll defeat a few while we're here anyway. But yeah, I did a tiny bit of exploring off stream. In fact, I can show you how much exactly I did because we should be basically on exactly 4 hours, 4 hours and 38 minutes. So it's about half an hour off stream, just grabbing materials and that, trying to remember how the satchels respawn, and they basically just respawn on a timer, so there's not really an awful lot that can be done about that. I'm gonna lead with Onyx for this because we have a battle coming up. I don't know if Onyx is the best one for this, but we'll be leading with Onyx. So we found their camp and we meet the three bandits, and they're going to introduce themselves. And this is Charm. I think it's Charm, Coin, and oh, there you go, Clover. They are all ancestors of different characters. Now, one of them's a ancestor of a Team Plasma commander or something. One of them's Candice, the Ice-type gym leader, and the middle one shares both Agatha and Bertha, who are both Elite Four members. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so she's got Toxicroak. So in some ways we've got a bit of an advantage here, but in some ways we've got a massive disadvantage. Now, I'm not really too worried about it because we have got, yeah, so Rock Smash is going to hold, but that's fine. We're going to use Bulldoze, and then it's going to let us use Bulldoze again, so that's pretty cool. I think we're not going to need to. Okay, cool. So Onyx doing the job there. And that'll deal with Coin. So yeah, they basically are against the Galaxy team, but they've returned the Wall Fragment because we defeated them, and they're going to. Well, I want to help Ursaluna. I'm not really too bothered about the lady, to be honest with you. But we do want to help the Pokemon. So, the first time I played this and they said Ursaluna, I genuinely was so worried because I really like Ursaring's design. But Ursaluna's design, both of Ursaluna's designs, I should hasten to add, are very good. If you don't know, there is two. There's the one we'll see in this game, and there's one that we'll see in Scarlet and Violet at some stage, I'm sure. So for now, our main task is to head over to Arazu. But first, we're going to actually. Do you know what? We will do that straight away. But we'll fly to the Diamond Clan settlement because we got that as a marker last time. So why not? Okay. So I did make myself a little rule, by the way. And I was really good that I stuck to it because I did see a wild alpha Rhyhorn. And that rule was quite simply that I'm not allowed to catch any Pokemon off stream that I haven't previously caught. So now we've caught Rhyhorn. Now I could go and farm a couple. We are going to knock a couple out because there's always like the oh, here we go. Ban you straight away and delete that comment. Thank you very much. But yeah, so we will knock a few out. More or less because it's going to give us a bit of experience. We'll switch out to Onyx because we're gonna wall those rock attacks a little better. We'll just go with Bulldoze. Should do the trick. Yeah. And that's Rhyhorn down. I do need to. Can I make? Oh my god! I've still got to get my head back into how the controls work on this game. No, I don't have any. Do have a potion, so we'll use that on Onyx. I need to get revive made at some stage. But that's okay. That's okay. But yes, so at the end of the last stream, we got to Porygon, and I kind of want to have one in the team, but the team is already pretty well balanced, so I'm gonna have to think about it. But we do need to evolve one at some stage anyway, so we'll probably have like a few streams where we're just swapping in and out members of the team to do some training. This kind of I did not want to get in the ball. That's fine. We will fight it. We'll just try and knock it out. It gives us a bit of experience. The damage outputs on this game are insane. By the way, I mean you've absolutely noticed that if you've played this game. We don't want to go out to Onyx. We'll go out to Umbreon. But yes, any time we have an opportunity to catch Pokemon, we would rather do that. But you know, if the Pokemon puts up a bit of they don't want to be caught, we'll have a fight with them because we need to knock out a few anyway. That's okay. That's all right. I will also say that when I went back to the try and catch you. Also seen another Pokemon back there that we do need to catch. So we've got Combi. We can't evolve that Combi, and if you know anything about as to why, you'll have immediately seen it. But for those who don't know, only female Combi can evolve. And a big part of that point back strike with the heavy ball. I'm gonna have to go heal, just so I'm not getting caught in a predicament, especially as the team's taking a bit of a beating there. But yeah, you get a marking on the female one that you can see straight away. So the one we caught was male, and therefore won't evolve. But you know, it's not the end of the world. There is a Pokemon actually. This rain reminds me. There is a Pokemon that I want to see if we can get to, which is down here. So we'll go do that. And this one will absolutely be on the team. It's going to be one of our all-star Pokemon for sure, if we can get it. But there is a big if there. See, I'm so not used to this map yet. It's been such a long time since I played it. Also, I fell in the water on my little traversal of the other area, and I completely thought for some reason that if you fell in the water, it just classed you as knocked out, and that you would just lose your materials. But no, it just takes a chunk of damage against you, which is nice. Hold on one sec, let me check the map. So we need to cross. Yeah, we do need to cross here. I think so anyway. So I don't need to be quite as careful there, but going to be anyway. And we're going to head a little further south. And we are going for a very specific Pokemon. Let me jump off. Oh my god. I'm trying to remember all the buttons, it's so funny. There we go. It's my old man brain once again kicking in. Ooh, this is a bit narrow. See, we made it. We made it. We made it. No need to stress. Right. So, yes, anyway. Is there a bridge down here? No. Okay. Is there a bridge anywhere we can use to get across there? If not, then I'll be slightly gutted, but it is what it is. Or maybe. Okay, we'll double back. We'll figure it out at some stage. I'm sure. We could. There are ways we can cheese it for sure, but I'm not overly worried. And I know what you're thinking. There's loads of Pokemon we could be catching, but I just sometimes you have to just do the silly thing, and you have to go and do the silly amount of trial and error. I'm not doing that on the back of Weird Air again. Absolutely not happening. It hasn't stuttered yet, so I think I fixed that. So that's good. That's good indeed. Very happy with the way it's behaving today. So basically, I think what was happening, because the switch was going through, well, it's switch to, but because it was going through a capture card into my device, the capture card was being read as a 4K output, which my monitor and my computer are not picking that up, so it was causing an issue there. The fact that it even ran is actually kind of surprising to me, but that's neither here nor there. So I've tweaked it to 1080p. Teddy Ursa, my baby. Come to me, child. Dude, throw the ball. Anyway. I want Teddy Ursa. It's one of our mascots. One of our many mascots. I love Teddy Ursa. She's such a baby. She's a little lady Teddy. Oh my goodness. Give me Teddy Ursa. I don't think it matters, but I'll try it with the heavy ball because it kind of looks like a bear. But I don't know, to be honest. I think I might need creep. Oh, it worked. Wow. Okay, cool. So we have Teddy Ursa. Amazing. So happy with that, but I am running because there is an Ursaring who's going to beat us up. Yeah, so we can't get to that side. That's fine. That's whatever. We do need to start collecting these blue rocks. So the different coloured rock give you different coloured tumblestones, which in turn give you different coloured Pokeballs, which in turn make catching certain Pokemon easier, which, you know, is kind of half the point. And the light blue ones are all to do with the distance Pokeball, the feather ball. And those are basically done with my brain's gone, flying type Pokemon in mind. So we're gonna fast travel to the time settlement now, and then we'll head to our actual location. But I am quite glad that we got a Teddy Ursa. We're not going to use Teddy Ursa right now. They will absolutely be in the team at some point. Mostly because we're going to need to evolve it. But that is very much future Neil's problem to deal with. You'll hear that a lot. I am very much a fan of procrastination in terms of minor inconveniences will just be put off. Not that evolving any Pokemon in this game or any game is an inconvenience, but I just very much go, yeah, I'll leave that for now. So we are going towards Have I gone the wrong way? I have. Oh my god. What a pleb. What a pleb. Let me remove that because I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm sure of it. Right. Bop, bop. There we go. Okay. Right. Where's my... There it is. Boy, oh boy. It's... I was going to say it's fortunate that I'm good looking, but I'm really not. So, kind of doomed either way. But yeah, so we're doing a logger stream today. As it stands, Monday, or that combi there has the female marking. So we'll see if we can catch that. We do. Okay, so we can evolve that combi. It's got the little red mark on the forehead of the bottom middle guy. We'll see if we can catch Pseudo Wudo. If not, it's not the end of the world. No, okay. We are going to be up Parasect because it's just aggroed on us, so that's fine. We'll just go with an aerial ace. It's like 4 times effective anyway, so all good. I'll deal with that one. And we get a few other little markers for that. So where on earth is this taking us? Down here somewhere. But yeah, so the big thing that we have to try and achieve today is just to move along our story a little bit so that we can unlock more areas in the long term. Where on earth? I honestly do not remember this part of the game at all. As you can tell from my wonderfully inept... Oh, it literally was just taking us there. Wow. Wow. My brain had just gone completely blank. Volo, our friend, you would never betray us. It's never happening, is it? Good old Volo. He's a good old friend, is Volo. Right. There we go. So she's going to tell us a bit more about what the wall says, which is basically just a message about working together in unity. It's all very wholesome. And yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna preach anything to anyone. But you know, all people are worthwhile and deserve love and respect and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, the fact that a game makes a message of that is good by me. I know there's a lot of political discussions and stuff going on with everything the way the world is at the minute, and it can be really depressing sometimes. So we're just gonna not focus on that, and all we're gonna say is that I don't know why this lady has the big umbrella leaf above her head, but we are going to go and fight Ursaluna. Now, Ursaluna, unlike our other fights, is actually a fight. So now we're going to go down to Sludge Mound. We've been past it. We've actually been over it a couple of times, and we're going to fight Ursaluna. And in doing that, we're going to unlock a new feature within the game. That's kind of this game's method of introducing stuff to you. Is it'll get you to do a fixed fight or fixed story beat, and then once you've done that, you get a new thing. And this will be the new thing that we're getting. It'll let us find new items. Those items range from awful to useful to the rarest items in the game. Um, and somewhat ironically, the item you need to evolve Ursaring into Ursaluna, this will be the only way to find it, is by having the Ursaluna you get through the event. So that's cool. So she'll play the flute, and we will have a quick battle. We're likely to get a bit bullied because I haven't done enough. Haven't done enough grinding for levels, so there is an element of I am grossly underleveled for this, but we'll see how we do. I think he's like he's 26, but not that bad actually. Oof. Right. If I do, we'll do an agile style leafage. And then we'll do a strong style leafage. Which will get Dartrix knocked out, but should, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's fine. So he's level 26. And we'll go to Staravia, because we can use quick attacks. See, I'm thinking tactically here. So if we do let's not even let's do it twice. We'll do a strong style then. Just hit this thing as hard as possible. We'll just stick with standard then. You can chip away. So yeah, we'll be fine. It's just you know, because again, a lot of that is to do with grit sand, which we haven't really been using, but we will eventually. So we can use bulldoze, and I'll knock it out. There you go. Onyx is the MVP so far, actually, to be fair. Not that I'm surprised. I wanted to use an Onyx for this very reason. It's very useful. Okay. So she uses an antidote. Although she calls it Toxicon. But it's definitely an antidote. And she's very happy that Ursaluna is... He wasn't frenzied. So, throughout the game we fight these frenzied nobles, and Ursaluna's not one of them. As you notice, it was a very different battle to what we had with Cleaver anyway. But this is the point at which the game reveals that actually it's not at all. It got gusted by a frenzied Pokemon, and it sent it into a sort of frenzy. And yeah, that's kind of where we are. So we get the Earth Plate. That's our second plate. We got to get one for... I think it's one for every type. I'm fairly sure it's one for every type. I think, yeah, no, it is one for every type, because in the Sinnoh games, so Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, the plates were all introduced. However, up until this game, so all that time, Gen 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth, there was no normal type plate. And that's because the plates for Arceus, and Arceus is a normal type Pokemon. There was no need for it to have a normal type plate. That's introduced in this game. It doesn't really serve any functional purpose other than one of its moves is technically typeless. So it having the normal plate makes that move normal move so it can use it. Otherwise it just I don't know if it just fails or just defaults to normal or whatever, but yeah, it gives it a damage boost anyway. Oh, we've unlocked a side quest. So that Pokemon was a Pokemon called Unknown, and it will somewhat regularly be scattered around the game, and we get unknown notes in our Pokedex, and it will show us where they are, and we can go and catch a bunch of unknown. We don't have to catch every unknown, but we will at some point, because it's funny to do it. You don't get anything for doing it. You just get a guaranteed, not guaranteed chance, but you get a heightened chance at shiny unknown. I'm noticing that scrolling effect on my screen, by the way. I'm not blind, but I will look into that. I couldn't quite figure out why that's doing that, but hey ho. Okay. Here we go. So we got level 7 on Staravia, level 10 on Dartrix. Yeah, we got a few points there. So we're chipping away at our rank. So we're going to return to village because we've got to talk to Kamado, however you pronounce it, to tell him that we've dealt with Ursaluna, and then it'll very much be a case of next thing on the block. What do you want, Akari? Cool. I did say one of the things I wanted to do was do some of the side quests. We're going to go around and accept side quests today. And we will probably actually start actioning them as they come up as a thing to do. Because some require you to have certain things. I'm going to have to look at my settings for that, because whilst it's really minor and it's behaving much better than it did, so I definitely fixed that. That tiny little line, when it does happen, just bugs me a little. But hey, I'm not a professional, you know, it is what it is. Right, we have a situation here. Let me explain. Lilligant. So Lilligant's the next, what's the name? My brain's gone completely blank. I've literally just said about it. It's the next, boss fight. Balls to it, we'll call it boss fight. When Lilligant was unveiled as the boss fight for this section, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's going to have a form or possibly a different evolution. I was really excited, and actually Hisuian Lilligant is very, very good. It was a big part of my first team, so I'm very happy to see this version of it. Especially as it's one of those Pokemon that I pretty much hadn't used very much whilst playing like Gen 5 and all that kind of stuff. Right, let's grab a couple of these. So let's see what you want. Sure. Yeah, we're passionate about fashion. Sat here in a t-shirt and slacks. My t-shirt, actually, by the way, is quite fashionable. It's from Chichu Designs. You can't see it, but it's got the Gen 2 Pokemon on the front. It's really cool. So she wants us to grab a Hippopotas. So we won't be doing all of these right now, but we can grab them and they'll be in our to-do list. She wants to know a little bit about Starly. I don't know if we can show her that now. Wait one sec. No, Pokedex. Is our Starly one complete? Don't know. No, it's not. So we need to get it to level 10. So yeah, like I say, these are going to be ones that we're going to just take and do. So this is Choi. He runs the store. He's also an ancestor of one of the Team Galactic people. He wants to make good with somebody, and we have to help by having certain amounts of materials and taking it to them. So we will be doing that at some point. So he wants us to craft something. The Keshi dolls. So this is basically a Pokédoll. Very early Pokédoll, anyway. And it will serve the same function. It'll allow you to run away. I don't know if I can just go and do that. I can. So we're going to do that. Come out and then talk to him again. And he takes a look at it and he's really happy with it. And actually, while we're here, there is something I want to do. Because we can buy new crafting recipes. And there are a couple that are really useful. So let's have a quick look. Crafting recipes. So we've got remedy, fine remedy, honey cake, grain cake, orc's power, orc's guard. So that's like X special, X attack, X defense. So we'll get the one for the honey cake for now. He'll unlock more as the game goes on. But we'll be able to make star pieces eventually, which is going to be useful for grinding cash. Not that cash is ever going to be a massive problem, because we can just make Pokeballs, but he's going to introduce us to a mini game we can do. We're not going to do that right now. We will have an entire day at some point where we just clean up all of these. I just wanted to go and accept them so that I don't have the big circles on my screen every time I come in here, because it was really bugging me last time. So I was like, at some point in this episode we're going to come in absolutely just... Oh, there's my Porygon. Yes, she we caught 2 Porygon, so we do need to go and evolve one at some point, but to do that we need to hatch certain Pokemon. Now, evolve certain Pokemon by getting certain items, by doing certain bits. There is an unknown right there. So let me throw a ball. And I don't know if these are guaranteed. There you go. I remember that one's there, and I'm not overly worried about doing them all straight away, but we will make a point of catching all the unknown at some point. And that's mostly so I can justify one thing in this challenge. So if we're going to do a full living form dex, including regional forms, it basically requires us to then have to play the Let's Go games, which we have to have a save file for anyway. and she's talking about a will-o'-the-wisp. This is actually a quest so that you can catch a chimchar. Spoilers, I know. And this little kid's just bullying her. But that's okay. We'll go and look for the will-o'-the-wisp at some stage. See if I can remember offhand where the other two. Oh no! I think there's one behind this big building. I think there's one on top of it. Drum roll. Oh, there's a wisp back here. I'm ignoring the wisps and do them all at some point offline. Okay, so that's the one I was thinking of that's behind. It's behind a building. Hello? There we go. Hello. I think there's one on top of the building as well. Oh! Ghastly can evolve. That's useful. Okay, we'll do that. Let's go in. I literally pointed out the X for evolve on the menu there last time because I was always like I kept forgetting that it was there, and then immediately forgot that it was there this episode. So that's pretty cool. But yes, we get a Haunter now. So to evolve Haunter in virtually every game, it's an evolution that requires a trade, and yeah, so for this game they introduced the linking cord, which basically lets you do trade evolutions but with an item. For whatever reason they did away with that item in Legend ZA. I mean, it's fine because you can catch all of the evolutions, and I am going to note we're just going to hold here for a second, but you can catch all of the evolutions in ZA. However, they are a bit of a pain to get all of them. Well, you can't catch all of them actually. That's not true. I take that back. There are a couple you can't catch unless they're in the. Actually, no, you can catch them all now because of the DLC. So this Peculiar Ponyta mission, when I first saw it, genuinely, I thought, oh, Galarian Ponyta's in the game, which would have been very cool. It would have been strange, but would have been very cool. It's not. It's a guaranteed shiny. So we're going to definitely go and do that. And we're going to go and grab this mission up here. And this will just basically give us a massive to-do list, which is fine. I like having that here. So also a couple of the quest givers will move. She moves once you've found her what she's looking for, which is, there you go. She's looking for a Geodude, and she's already moved. So we can go drop a Geodude with her. I know that some players like to give all the fixed Pokemon as shinies. I'm not doing that. We are not that generous. Right. He wants to see a Shinx's ears. So again, there are a few we could just knock out now. In fact, we'll do that now. Can we? Do I need to have Shinx in my party? Or do I not actually have a Shinx? I must have a Shinx, surely. Let's have a look. I don't have a Shinx. That is crazy. Did I only ever catch one? That's mental. Alright. Well, we gotta do that anyway at some point. Okay, so there's no more... Well, there's one more. One more. Just this guy. So we've grabbed all of the side quests. What do you want? He wants some Oran berries. Okay. I might have the 5 Oran berries in my box, so I might just do that one now. I do. Satchel, we'll just move 5. So we'll deal with him and the pickling stone one now. And that'll give us small rewards. And then we'll go and have a look at this strange ponyta. Which is cool. So revive, yep. Okay. So we go here and missions requests. Request. Perfect pickling stone, there we are. And it flags it for you on the screen. So you can find what you're looking for. Pretty helpful. Now one thing I'm going to have to do, and I learned this the hard way, oh there's one up there as well, we'll deal with that in a minute. One thing I'm going to have to do at some stage is, because this profile doesn't have online, and there are certain things we're going to need online for, so I'm going to have to grab a email address to chuck against this for online, so we can get mystery gifts and stuff like that. It hadn't occurred to me in that moment, but it is what it is. So anyway, she gets Geodude, we get some experience candy and a honey cake, which we got the recipe for, and that'll allow us to lure some Pokemon. The cake will. Right. So he's asking for a ground type Pokemon. We've got ground type Pokemon we can lend him, because we can lend him Geodude or Rhyhorn. We will lend him. We'll lend him Rhyhorn. Why not? We can get these Pokemon back later. The Pickle one we can't get back, and there are other ones that we can't get back, but Rhyhorn we can. So we're gonna just check off a few of our little to-do lists here. So we complete that, we get more fields for farming, which is cool. I don't actually know, because I've never really bothered to check what you get for doing this. I think it's just a way of guaranteeing specific berries and stuff. Okay. So he wants to see Cherim's Pokedex. We've not even seen Cherim yet, so I'm not overly worried about that. And okay, so I'm going to go over here. Well, just to show you, I did claim the points for them. And we currently have 500, so we're about halfway to Steelix. And I am going to try and get that item for the next stream, off stream. I'm not worrying about it on stream, but we'll also need an upgrade, dubious disc, and linking cord for Haunter. So Like I say, it can be a bit of work, but for now, it's not a massive concern. We've got quite a strong array of guys and typings, because the Decidueye isn't a ghost type in this game when it evolves. It's grass fighting. So, oh, wrong button. So we're going to go and look at this Peculiar Ponyta. And this is the game teaching us about shinies. Do we have to talk to somebody in here first? We do. I apologise. Right, we'll do a quick sprint. But yeah, that starring was definitely because of the output settings, so that's good to know. Oh, it's this guy on the bridge. I thought he was somebody I had to speak to, but I wasn't sure. Right, let's talk to you. So, we're going to go and do that. And before we do that, I'm going to grab... Oh, I can't buy great balls yet. Can I craft? We'll craft three of those. That's a super helpful game. 10 of those. Oh, I might as well do 20. And then 28 regular balls. I can take... How many can I make? 15? That seems a bit excessive, doesn't it? We'll go with 5. Just so I've got a few on me. See, I want the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb's so useful. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Let's see what this guy's got. Raspberry, Max Revive set, Hopper Berry set. Okay, we don't need those. They cycle quite regularly anyway. Later on in the game, you get specific items off of him for Pokemon that you need. So we'll be checking in with him every now and then. So we're going to head into Fieldlands and we're going to go have a look at this Peculiar Ponyta. I do need to tinker with my OBS at some point because it's not letting me hear the in-game audio, which it should do apparently. So I'm going to take that away after this stream. And at the moment, that's not a particularly big issue. It's like whatever. But in the long run, it could mean that I miss a shiny just because there's the audio cue on this game. Scarlet and Violet, I'm absolutely missing shinies. I've probably missed hundreds. It's a shiny Ponyta. I do love shiny Ponyta. It's so cool. So this game, along with others, give you a guaranteed shiny, which is nice. Let's see if we can get it in a feather ball, so we can stay a bit further away. So I'm going to go this way. This game, however, does not have the change to catch rate. So in Scarlet and Violet, not Scarlet and Violet, sorry, Legends ZA, the game has a bit of an extra bit of coding, so shiny Pokemon are actually slightly easier to catch than their regular counterparts, which is cool. And I'm really glad that they did that, because failing shinies, no fun. Oh crap, a couple of guys while we're here. because we need the what's the name points anyway. You do. So yeah, we'll make our way back now. So that was the whole quest, was just to teach you about shiny Pokemon and whatnot. They give off a sparkle and a sparkle sound. You can hear the sound within a radius, and then again when you visually see the Pokemon, which is why I want to get my audio issue sorted so that I can hear it if it kicks off. And that's the same in ZA, but in Scarlet and Violet there's no overworld prompt other than the fact that they are a different colour in the overworld. So that's quite interesting. And there we go, we got the shiny. We got the shiny. Probably take that as a cue to save. I disabled auto save in between streams as well. Not that you guys can see that because I've crammed stuff into that top right hand corner now. But yeah, we got a level 10 on Wormpool, so we are slightly boosted. Why did I not go back to town? What am I doing? There we go. We get slightly boosted shiny odds on Wormpool, which is cool. So we will deal with that at some point. Right. So we're going to go speak to him. And then on the way out, we're going to go by the clothing store. I just wanted to double check something, because if this was my main file, we'd get a clothing gift set, but I don't think I'm eligible for that because I don't have the online. But that's by the way. So a little. Also, starting from next week, I am going to be streaming as and when I can. There's some raspberries for that. That's pretty cool. Pokemon Go players losing their minds. We get so starting from next week, I'm going to mix things up as well. I'm going to stream some Sword and Shield, I think, maybe Scarlet and Violet, one of the two. But yeah, so we will be mixing in other games as well outside of Pokemon. So we have to find Reizu using Ursaluna. I'm not gonna lie, I can never remember where she is, so we might actually have to. So yeah, Ursaluna will follow Sense. So we can switch between, you can see in the bottom right hand-ish corner, there's a little white logo that looks like whichever Pokemon you're calling, and then you press plus and there you are. Ursaluna will move quicker as you are facing the right direction. So you pretty much don't have to think. I am going to just jump off and cross the water as normal. That way we can just not fall in. Here we go, look at this, right? So yeah, the blue semicircle that we see is the right way. I have to kind of go around this, I believe, if memory serves. Also, if it starts getting really, really red, that means Ursaluna's picked up an item. Or picked up the scent of an item, I should say. But we're going to head down this way a little bit. So Ursaluna doesn't have the capacity to be sped up outside of tracking whatever it is you're tracking. So yeah, it's back that way. So I kind of want to go as far this way as possible without picking up an item. There we go, dig for treasure. What do we get? Black Augurite. That's actually pretty good. Take that. So Black Augurite will allow us to evolve Scyther into Cleaver. Oh, that's annoying. And yeah, we kind of will need that eventually. Item. Item. Treasure. What do we get? Oh, okay. We get a little verse here. Spooky verse. It's a poem. Would you like to read it now? Yeah, we'll read it. Why not? I set the bones of Pokemon adrift upon the river. I let my memories flow on adrift upon the river. And to the ocean they will flow, perhaps around the world to go. How many bones in days now gone have I now set adrift from me? How many bones in days to come will I yet set adrift to sea? While every gift with which I part takes a sliver from my heart. Pretty deep stuff. Pretty deep stuff. Right. I'm gonna go this way. Again. I'm fairly sure we just go around, but I could be wrong. I could have just wasted all this time, but we also get to unlock some stuff, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But look at the Tadio, so look at the bar. The bar. Yeah, okay, we're not going this way. I'm gonna switch to you, and then we're just gonna sprint back. That's my bad. Meow. So we need to, I think, maybe up here. Switch back. Okay. Ah, we got blue. Some blue. I'm gonna try up here. That's green. Blue. No. Oh, blue. There we go. Careful. That little guy. Oh, blue. Oh, we're moving now. We're moving now. Oh, he's zooming. He's zooming. Here. Oh, yeah, it's just up here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that didn't take too long at all. So basically, she hurt herself because she didn't want anyone else dealing with the issue. Because she was being stubborn. Typical woman. No, I take that back. That's not fair. It's not fair. It's just my girlfriend. No, just joking. Joking. Oh my god. It's a good thing she'll never watch this. She'll beat me up. Um, but yeah, so Caliber here is just gonna explain to her that they should have been working along from the get-go, even though it was Caliber who was refusing to work with people in the first place. But whatever, we're not gonna nitpick. Adaman then just shows up and he's like, "Hey, check me out! I have wild hair." And everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's so handsome!" And his ancestor gets a little too much attention, to be honest. And she's a good character, to be fair. And she has a Hisuian Growlithe. Right. Anyway, we've been tasked with going in and fighting the next the next hunting of the word. Why is the word abandoning me? One moment, it'll tell me on here. The Lady of the Ridge, Lilligant, Frenzied Noble. See, look, my brain just went completely blank for no reason. Right. So we now have to find a way up there, but we're gonna cheat a little bit. Shh, don't tell anyone. Right. That helps because it puts us in the right frame of right level, right something parameter. I don't know. I'm just talking nonsense. That's all I do. Yabber on about things I don't really understand. Mostly because, you know, that's how I roll. We will be going around catching all these Pokemon, don't worry. We're just not doing it right now. Mostly I just want to unlock as much as possible right now. And one of the main things about unlocking it is that I kind of feel it motivates you more when you're told no. But yeah, of course, we're ready to go and deal with Lilligan. And she's fine now. She was feigning the injury. It's all a ruse. And you know what I'm going to do? This is very professional of me. I'm going to move that over there. There you go. See? Real-time amendments to the layout. This is top class professionalism. I just looked over and it was like covering half his head, so I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to move that. It's fine. But yes, we get to see what Hisuian Lilligant looks like now. We will, at some stage, get both forms of Lilligant, but in this game we can only get the Hisuian one, which is great. It's great Pokemon anyway. This one's a lot more dodge heavy, so expect me to fail just the one time at least. Just because I'm so out of practice at dodging on this game. Yeah, it literally is telling you, get ready to dodge, boy. Just start spamming. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Ooh, I went a little too early then. That was my fault. It's a little too late that time. There we go, got that one right. Like I say, just a little out of practice. There we go. There we go. So she starts spamming attacks in a minute. There we go. Oh. Yeah, alright game, calm down. Hit me twice, it's fine. Three times. Now this time I am actually going to play the game as intended, where we're just going to absolutely bully Lilligant here, because Lilligant is a grass fighting type, which means that our aerial ace here is going to do 4 times damage. It's massive damage. And that's fine. We're just gonna beat down Lilligant. And hello? Alright, we're gonna swap to Dartrix. It's fine. It's whatever. Slightly cheesy that the AI just, you know, oh no, you can't attack. What a shame. But it's fine. So the Lilligant goes down, and now we spam as many as we can. Just really whittle down Lilligant's health. Like so. you got me. Oh, you did that time. Oops. There we go. So that's the second noble defeated. Making good progress. And we've quelled Lilligant's rampage. That's such a good design as well. I think that's such a beautiful Pokemon design. And we get the Meadow Plate. So yeah. We now have a few plates. And we get to now, at least in theory, move to the next section. However, I think we need to be level 3. So we will need to go and do just a little bit of catching now. The vast majority of the catching we're going to do in this playthrough, by the way, is going to be much later in the game. Once we get Ultra Balls, it's just going to be a case of spamming those and running around, because they're going to give us a much better opportunity to catch things, bulk out our Pokedex count, and we'll also have just much more on the map unlocked, much better ways of moving around the map. So yeah, we need to catch a couple of Pokemon, I think. So we'll see what's in the local area and we'll go from there. So we'll start making our way down. I don't want to go too fast because there's a sparkly thing there. So again, whenever you see ones with sparkly stuff, they've got like bonus items in. I sort of erroneously said it would be valuable, like in terms of cash. Not always. Sometimes they're just rarer items. So Roselia here evolves from Budu. So we don't actually need to catch it, but well, we're not going to either. But if we can, it'll save us like we're not going for that one. We're going anywhere near the alpha, and they've all just aggroed on me, so that's fun. Thanks, game. Nope. See how many points we have, because we've been getting some for like moves and stuff. But I just feel like we're going to be a little short irregardless. So let's have a quick travel. Yeah, there's like certain parts of the maps we can't get to anyway right now. Oh, it's Volo, our friend Volo, who definitely won't betray us in any way, shape, or form. He's such a lovely guy, and is definitely going to be with our best interest in. The Pokedex is the main thing right now. So see how many we've done. So we need 320. So 280. That's not too bad. Oh, it takes us straight back to the thing. Okay. So he's going to tell us that it's all well and good. And Benny here, who's definitely also not going to betray us in any way, shape, or form, is also very much a nice guy and cares about us very deeply, and yeah, wouldn't betray us at all. I'm really glad that those lag spikes have gone. It was definitely that setting that I said I amended at the beginning of stream, so that was that was really bothering me, because I was like, oh no, have I done something wrong? I mean, I technically, yes, it was me who did it wrong because I hadn't checked it, but yeah, now that I've fixed that, it's It's all good. So now we get the usual end of sort of section meal. And they talk about all the different sort of things that are going on, the politics of the world. Scatterbangs are basically like cherry bombs. Not cherry bombs. What are those called? The little poppers or whatever. That they're designed to scare Pokemon away. And yeah, so that's one of the quests that you get given, is to scare Pokemon away. It's quite interesting. Arceus is going to work at the hairdressers, which is cool. I think that means you get more hairstyles as well. Now, he's a bit of a hypocrite there, because he like clearly doesn't trust us. But he tells her, "Oh, if you come and live with us, you're family no matter what," which is kind of rude. Not gonna lie. Here's some more people arriving in Hisui for the first time from a wooden rowboat, which very dangerous trip. Let's be honest. Whenever this is based, to have somebody row you across an ocean, I would presume the entire ocean, or I don't know, and then to come and live in a place that you've never seen before. Wild, absolutely wild. Do I love Pokemon? What a stupid question. I love it when they put those questions into the games. It's like, do you love Pokemon? Like, my guy, I would not be playing this if I didn't. If I loved something else more, or found as much joy in other things as I do in Pokemon, those are the things I would be doing. Like, I genuinely cannot express this enough. I do love Pokemon, right? If I had to be sort of super critical of Pokemon, just adjust my headset. If I had to be super critical of Pokemon, I find it quite difficult because I enjoy so much of it. But I feel like there's definitely been a garnering of a fan base that is a little toxic. Can we say that? Is that fair to say that the fan base can be a little toxic at times? I also think that expectation management is a thing, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so we need to go to the Kobo Coastlands, which is one of the best areas in the game. I also know, like, I've had viewers say that this is the she wants us to be 3rd star. So we need to go and get our 3rd star, and then we can go and do the coastlands. So that's fine. That's fine. So for now, we are, 280 short? So, yeah, not a massive amount. And we're going to go to here. Oh, we only have the one camp. That's one way we could make this easier, is get our camps set up, but I'm not overly worried about that right now. We will be doing all that when we get to do the side quests and stuff. So yeah, for now, we're just gonna catch a few extra Pokemon. Grab a few extra materials. Did that not catch that? Why are you not in the Pokeball? Hmm? Wow. So basically every tier of investigation you catch is worth a few points. I think it's 10 to 20, depending on the difficulty. And then you get ones that are worth like double. So if we look at Budu, number core is double because you got the red arrows on the left hand side. So in theory, you kind of want that to be the stuff you focus on. But yeah. So, you know, there's not a difficult task here. Alpha Psyduck. See if we can catch that. This will also count as a big and heavy specimen. The alpha's always... There's the first lag spike. Not sure what happened there. That has taken an hour and 20 minutes for the first lag spike. So you know what? Fine. And I'm going to try with the Pokeball. Boink. I have to try and beat this guy up then. Level 35. That's high. We may have to run away. Oh, wow. Okay, crit. I was going to say. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, we don't have enough space in our too far for that. We will use that on... Who's the lowest level? Staravia. Use that on you. Right, we'll take the what we'll do is we'll take the grit. Seed of Mastery. I think that gives you access to the faster, slower thing. But yeah, we need to go and drop off our gear. This is where Baggins is evil, because he's so expensive to upgrade our gear with that I really don't want to deal with it. In fact, while I'm here, do I have any other... I do. We'll use those. We'll grab these as well. We'll tidy up our... There we go. Alright, nope, wrong button. Right, we'll give a medium to Staravia. Yep. And then a small to Dartrix. There you go. Not that I'm ever going to use the potions I have. Do you know what? I'm just going to drop the potions off. I don't really need them right now. Okay. Let's see, the mastery will still be there. It doesn't despawn. No. Where was it? Yeah, there it is. But yeah, that just gives you the access to the what's name? The strong style, agile style moves. So we have to beat up some Psyduck with electric type moves. So that's easy enough, so we'll do that. Okay. Two others. Probably seeing Luxio using Thunder Thing is one as well. Okay. gonna switch to Staravia. I'm gonna beat up this Paris. Grab some items from this tree. Oh, there's another Psyduck, so we can fight you. So basically the spawns should reset as the day rolls into different times of day. So the reason we're seeing Psyduck so quickly is it probably went from morning to afternoon or whatever. And that's why we're getting the fog roll in and the rain stopped. It's because it's triggered a different time of day, which is fine by me. It means we get to more quickly do some of these menial bits of training. We'll see what that does to our overall score. We're going back to camp. We'll talk to Laventon. See what he says. Yeah, get some cash for that. And then, so we're level 10 on Psyduck and Luxio. You get more points for doing level. There we go. So yeah, we're 3-star already. That was like what, a 5-minute detour. So we'll return to the village and we'll head out to the coastlands now, which is one of the nicer areas on the game. Also gives us access to Hisuian Growlithe. Oh, man, my team is just going to be chopped and changed constantly in this playthrough because I really did want to have Growlithe on the team. So we might have to figure out who to replace. Let's have a look. Onyx has been really useful. Umbreon's been our MVP. Maybe Haunter, but then I want to... Oh, it's difficult. It's difficult. We'll figure it out as we go. Just got a text from my friend Andy. Hi, Andy. Barry versus Linelli tonight, weather dependent. I'm going to drop him a link without saying a fucking word. Cool. Holly. Why can I not... Balls to it. No? Okay. I think in my clipboard. And yes, I do swear. Very occasionally. Not super regularly. That was a little bit of a Freudian slip, not gonna lie. But yeah, this is not like a PG channel. There will be, as we go, as I get more sort of confident, more comfortable in myself, there will be innuendo and swearing aplenty. So now we get our 3rd star, which is cool. So we are a 3-star Bidoof, as you can tell from our mask. Level 40 Pokemon will now obey us. We get the crafting recipe for Great Balls, which is long overdue. So we'll go and make a whole bunch of those. We're not taking any more side quests right now. We've got so many we've got to go and do at some point. Now also that we've got multiple maps, farming the satchels should be a little easier. What I'm going to do, I'll probably do it tonight a little bit, because I don't intend to be live over the weekend. Oh, It's Leon. Cobalt Colston's, mate. That's where we're going. I like his design, and I think it's one of those things where there's a few really good designs in this game. I really hope that we get another Legends at some stage where it's in this era so that we can see a lot of these characters again. But in theory, it would have to be in Hisui/Sinnoh. I don't know how I feel about that. But then Johto and Sinnoh are quite close together, so maybe there's something there. This is where you learn about what the Grits are supposed to do. But yes, Cobalt Coastlands. Let's go. Let's go! This is an area I'm very excited about, to be honest with you. My stream thing just died on my phone. Why did that happen? Thank you, Twitch, for that. Let's try that again. Stream manager. There we go. Not sure why that did that. But yes, we're now in the Cobalt Coastline. Jesus. Cobalt Coastline. Christ. I can't speak today. Copy that. There we go. Sorry, I'm just going to go and annoy somebody very briefly with a link and be like, come say hi, because and there we go. Right, anyway, so we've now reached the coastlands. We're going to leave Starover because I think this is where we fight with Leafeon. She might have Glaceon. It's one of the two. Love her design too. Really cool. I don't know if she's supposed to have an ancestor somewhere, if there's some clue in her design. But I just think she's really cool. Not the best designed character in this game either, which says a lot. But yeah, she's really cool. I think Adaman's design is probably slightly better, but that's personal preference and all that kind of stuff. Let's do that. There we go. Right. Yeah, she wants to battle, so we're going to battle her. We're going to beat her up. Yeah, it's Glaceon. See, I should have stuck with my gut. As I was walking towards, I was like, is it Glaceon we fight here? I should got the Eevee as well. Right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch to Haunter. Yeah, let's switch to Haunter. We are a little under-leveled, I've noticed. That's one thing in this playthrough that I've really been seeing a lot. And we're going to go Venoshock on Glaceon. There we go. Ice Beam's gonna hurt, but we should... Nope. Not even close to tanking that. Wow. Okay. We'll go out to Luxio. Luxio's been a bit of a heavy hitter for us throughout, so... Quick attack from Eevee. I'm focusing on the Glaceon first. Our offensive stats were lowered, that's fine. I'll just do it. Huh. That's interesting, it doesn't reposition Eevee. Do you know what, we're just going to go Strong Style Thunderfang and Glaceon. See what that does. Absolutely nothing. Thanks, Luxio. Yeah, the combat system on this game, I'm glad that they reviewed it for Legends ZA, but my goodness, is it rough at times. I don't really want to send out Umbreon right. Actually, do you know what? Umbreon's probably fine. Umbreon's probably fine. We do have another Eevee in reserve, so we could probably grab another evolution at some point. I'll double check because I think I said it could have been a good Flareon. I think you can get. I think you can get fire stones in this area. The snarls are really good. Good moves, quick attack. We got that defensive buff. It is absolutely trying to spam us, but yeah, Umbreon managed that very, very well. Okay, now she feels better. Now she feels better. Okay. She wants to be frank, even though her name's Iridescent. Her name's Iridescent, and she wants to be called Frank, which I get. Like, I wouldn't want to be called Iridescent either. I'd want to be called Frank in that instance as well. But anyway, she's telling us all about stuff. I don't know. We're not really paying any attention. The story of this region, this part of the region, is actually quite sad, and I'm not going to make fun of it because it is genuinely like a little sad. So, story goes that the Lord of the island, the Pokemon Lord of the island, actually died. That's like canonically what happened. It drowned. And knowing that was an Arcanine, oh man, I was so sad when I found that out. I was like, game cannot do that to me. That is too much. There's too much. I was genuinely like, oh my god, what the heck? Wait, what was that? What was the satchel looking at? Well, Norm's satchel. It'll always be Norm. I tell you that for free. But yeah, the fact that they did that in what is ostensibly like a kid's game, right? I think people forget that when they're criticizing the Pokemon Company for some of the decisions they make. This is a kid's franchise, first and foremost. Like, you cannot express enough that this is a kid's game for kids. Like, that's how it started. That's how they've always marketed it. Like, just because there are adults who are still into it does not mean that it's got to lose all of its child-friendly elements. And to Nintendo's credit, there is a lot more maturity in some of it than probably need dictates. But at the same time, there he is. Look at him. He's so pretty. Get the ball. I want him. Look at him. Come here. Grab my baby. Oh, he's so cute. I'm gonna agile style rollout because that shouldn't do too much damage. This Growlithe, I don't know how much it's gonna be able to do to me. Oh my god. Okay, what you got? Bite. Ouch. I'm going to use a heavy ball cause look at the baby. Looks like a bear. We do need 5 stones to evolve this thing as well, so we will be absolutely hoping for those. But look at him. Oh, I'm so happy. No, that's going straight in the team. I don't care. I think it's got to be Onyx. It's got to go. As good as Onyx has been, because it's going to be a long time until we get Steelix, and having a fire type balance out our team, I think it's got to be Onyx. I think Haunter might get replaced eventually. So if we go Umbreon, Growlithe, so that's Dark, Rock, Fire, normal flying, electric. It will be grass fighting. So I think Ghost Poison is probably a good type, but we might swap Haunter out later. But let's have a little look at this Growlithe, shall we? Just make sure we're in select summary. So we've got Naughty Nature, which is attack up. That's actually pretty good. Attack up, special defense down. So it's going to get absolutely mollywopped by Water Pulse at some point. Check moves. What do we? Is this all your moves? Oh no, I need to be in right, I need to be in the actual party menu for the actual moves, don't I? So change moves. Here we are. So we have Bite, Fire, Fang, Rock Slide, Crunch. So we can swap Bite out for something. For Tackle? Yeah. It doesn't really matter at that point. Because Crunch and Bite are basically the same move. Basically, he says. Same move. I just realized my phone screen just locked itself. Thanks. I wasn't in the middle of doing something. That's very helpful of you. So we now have a Growlithe. So I think this is almost our final team, by and large. I might swap Luxio out, which I know that's heresy to a lot of people. But I might. But Growlithe just, I mean, look at him! Look at the baby! Oh! We gotta think of names for everyone, just so I can name Growlithe. So we're gonna claim that. So we have 601 points. So we're like 2/3 of the way, more or less, to evolving Gengar. That's like for one item. So yeah, we have got work to do. Right. That is you, Glameow. So we need to catch a couple of these anyway, so we'll do that while we're here. So yeah, the sparkling points, like the rocks and that sparkle, sometimes will drop evolution stones. So that's going to be a way we're going to go and farm those at some point. I'll probably do that tonight off camera. So I need to do a lot of points grinding and grab a number of evolution stones and whatnot. Especially as, like, we got to evolve all the EVs and everything, so yay. Beans. Some beans, tumblestone. More plum beans over here. So that rather ominous looking arch in the distance, let me just crouch so I don't scare the cat away. That is a side quest we have to do a little bit later on. It's probably going to be much later on, actually, to be honest. It is one that was teased in the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl games, and gives us access to a mythical who until this point had basically never been in a Pokemon game. You could get one through like Ranger through an event. Manaphy and Fiona, by the way. I'm not just like being weird about it. I just genuinely couldn't think of their name straight away. And so, also shout out to my friend Alex. This is his favorite Pokemon. I will catch one and I will let him know that I've done. Hello, little guy. Get in the ball. Yeah, we're gonna beat up this Apom. Get him! Oh, that's actually pretty good. I forgot that was a thing. Try Pokeball. But yeah, so they teased Manaphy was going to be in the game by having this Easter egg in BDSP where it was, oh, there's this story, and the story wasn't in the original games. So everyone and their uncle went, well, that means it's going to be in Legends Arceus, surely, because they had announced the games at the same time, and they're only like a few months apart in terms of release. Which, by the way, you know, poor BDSP for that. But the long and short of it was that we got access to the mythical Fiona. No, sorry, not Fiona. I was getting the wrong way. It's Fiona and I literally just said Manaphy. So yeah, you get access to both in the game. That is a trend that they've maintained in the next games by having a bunch of other mythicals in Legends ZA. There's also some in Scarlet and Violet. There's a way to get a particular mythical. And actually a couple of ways to get a couple of different mythicals, but that's by the by. And yeah, like I like that they're doing that, and I hope that they continue to move away from this idea that these Pokemon are not accessible, because at the moment there's only like 7 Pokemon we're not going to be able to get right now on this particular quest, and a couple of those we will hopefully be able to get. We're gonna knock this little guy out. Let's try Rock Slide. A couple of them I'm hoping are going to be rotated into events, which is Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. But yeah, we'll cross that particular bridge when we come to it. And like for now, it's not the biggest problem in the world that they're not available, because that is so far in the future that we're thinking about them. We are not going that way right now with Growlithe, no sorry. So we've caught a few Pokemon. There are tons in this realm that we can catch. Actually, you maybe potentially. Yeah. So I feel like we're gonna get to 4-star a little quicker than we got to 3. I don't know if we'll necessarily need to do as much grinding. But yeah, we need to go and speak to the lady. So let's go and heal up, and then we'll go and head up to Veilstone Cape, and we will chat to the person we need to speak to. They will give us the next sort of marker. How many Great Balls can I make? 25. That is plenty for now. I am going to take the opportunity just to dump those for now. We have them if we need them. The reason I do that is because if you get knocked out in any way in this game, you effectively you lose a bunch of items. So I try to keep what I have with me minimal, and I keep a lot of backup stuff. And yeah, those Pokeballs are basically going to be a backup. So we've got a lot of points to farm, and yeah, we'll deal with that later on. We gotta go. Right, so we want to head up there. There's also a marker for a new satchel. So the satchels, yeah, they just refresh on a clock. So we're gonna grab those as and when. I am going to do a summary check after stream of the other areas to see if I can get more. No, okay, you want to fight? Let's fight. See if I can get more, and I will probably also need to. That's terrifying, by the way. That this little guy gets starts apropos of nothing. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that I knocked it out. That's absolutely terrifying. Not having any of that. So yeah, we need to go and speak to the lady. We'll do that. We've been live for almost 2 hours, and my voice is feeling okay today. I think because I've been practicing with the previous streams. So I was planning to go a little longer today, so we'll go just a little longer. Thinking probably the 3-hour mark. We'll call it. We've got a bit of time yet. And we're gonna just head this way. So yeah, again, these wobbly ones, they've got Pokemon hidden underneath them. We're not worrying too much about that right now. But yeah, we do want to keep that in mind for when we're farming points. There are also some static Pokemon up here that we need to be aware of. There's a Alpha. There he is. Alpha Purugly. That thing is terrifying. Absolutely not touching that anytime soon. So we do need to just sort of keep our wits about us. And yeah, try not to get absolutely murked. So there, this is where we learn about the Lord of the island, who unfortunately passed away. And these are the two child Growlithe of that lord. And honestly, when I first played this game, I was genuinely just a little sad at this story. I have a soft spot for dogs. I love dogs. The idea of a dog passing away in saving its pup, just heartbreaking. And you can probably hear in my tone I'm a little sad because I had dogs, and they both passed away a few years back now. And it's been really difficult to kind of move on from that as a human being. I've found it very difficult. And yeah, I'm still kind of not fully past it. So to know in context of the story that this little guy is dealing with that is yeah, it's sad. On the flip side of it, there is a Romeo and Juliet sub-story here as well, which is kind of funny. So the young lady here is in a relationship with a young man who we'll meet shortly, and they're each a part of the opposite. So she's Pearl Clan, he's Diamond Clan, and yeah, I think that that's a really cool little detail that they didn't have to put in the game. Didn't have to worry about that at all, to be honest. Um, but yeah. Oh, space-time distortion. Okay. We might do that. Where's it forming? It's forming near where we need to go anyway. So yeah. Again, we just hide that. My shoulder button is sticky again today. I don't know what that's about. Um, but yeah, this is the distortion here. So if we zoom in a little, you can see there's a tiny little line above it. Don't know if you can really see that on the stream, but I'm hoping you can. Right in the middle of my little yellow box here, it's a little white line. That'll start to circle around, and once it fills, that's the bubbles formed, and then it'll start to tick around further, but basically erasing itself as it does, and that'll be the the distortion breaking down. So I hope that's a really helpful tip. It's one of those things that people don't seem to sort of acknowledge is a thing. They give you the timing on screen in that way, and it's the same. There's a similar feature on ZA with the day and night cycle where you get the day and night cycle is a circle around the mini-map, and everyone pointed that out straight away, and I'm like, did we not notice that they did the same thing with it? But anyway, it's fine, it's whatever. Spiel is caught. We got 2 Spiel, not touching the alpha there at all, not even a little bit. So the space-time distortion is apparently forming somewhere down here. Oh, it's beyond the mountain. That's why I can't see it. Okay, we're gonna head down to the distortion. I think that's gonna be worth a little bit of our time. There it is. No, I don't know who that is, but okay. She wants to set up the camp, so, you know, we will do that eventually, but for now, we're probably going to get into a fight with this Staravia. That's fine, we can beat these up now. And we got the power to do it. We got the power of Growlithe. That's fine. Roost fails because it hasn't got the, what's the name? And we get 2 moves, so, but we'll just body in 1, so it's all good. So yeah, we're just waiting for this to fill out in effect. So let me show you on the map again. So you can see it's now more like a sort of circle shape. It's kind of, what's that? Just over, probably just over a third done. So we'll have a little look around the local area, see what we can catch, if anything. That's a beauty fly. There you go, we caught that. That'll save us a minor headache later on. There are going to be a number of Pokemon where we need to catch multiples to get all of the evolutions that, believe it or not, evolves from one of them. So having caught it straight out is really nice. Okay, I do really want to catch a Chatot. As much as they're not like super rare, They are a little bit of a pain to deal with. Catch the Starly while we're here. In the ball. I just seen something. Did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? Oh, that's amazing. Luxio can evolve. I'm very happy with that. Right. Let's do that now. I wonder how long that's been on the screen. I just haven't noticed. Amazing. Right. So, Luxio will evolve now, which gives us some research points and gives us Luxray. So that's an entire line of Pokemon done in our Pokedex. So that's cool. And honestly, I'm just going to show you the guy. Look at him. He's so cool. And he's not a dark type, which I know a lot of people complain about that. But, yeah, it does seem a bit silly that he's not. But whatever. Not my decision to make. Anyway, we got the Chatot as well, so we will try and catch another one. But, you know, the more exciting thing was that Luxio evolved, quite honestly. Do you know what? Bomb. We're just going to beat this one up. Oh, she's going to absolutely muller everyone. Yeah, look at that. Any water type Pokemon we have to deal with now. Any flying type Pokemon we have to deal with now. We are absolutely ready to go. Turn around, Staravia. I am ready to beat you up. Beautiful. Alright, we've got something. Okay. There we go. See? We're moving now. Right. How are we doing for... So oh, we're almost ready. Okay. We're gonna go and hide in the bubble now. I don't remember what the fixed spawn Pokemon is here for this particular one, because I don't think I've actually done it pre-endgame. So that's quite interesting. I also have quite a lot of random junk in my inventory, but it's fine. We're mostly looking for what the rare Pokemon is. Is it Magneton? It might be Magneton. That'd be pretty cool. Get that done nice and early. Just gotta wait for it to tick over, unfortunately. I would also say if you're ever doing something like this, just hide in the long grass. There will always be a patch of long grass somewhere in the rift. And oh, there we go. Right. We're not picking up any of the shards, but we are looking to see if there's any evolution items. It is Magneton. Okay, so we're throwing the ball straight at Magneton. Oh, we did catch. Oh, Magnemite, sorry. Stardust. Okay. We'll grab Stardust because that's worth a ton of money. That's a satchel, so we'll grab that. Mr. Mime. No, not interesting. Kind of Vinyl Gun Tank. Because we can catch those normally. I am just looking for evolution items, and they will look like a little wicker basket. Vaporeon. No, I'm not going for it because I'll get absolutely bullied again. There's the other Magnemite. More Stardust because that's worth money. Shards. Really no evolution items at all. That's crazy. Dabra, Eevee, Mr. Mime. More Stardust. Sorry if it's flashing for the stream, guys. It's because I'm getting a little closer to the edge there. Oh, that's frustrating. I really would have liked to see a evolution item here, but yeah, they've not dropped any at all for us. which there's Valerian, which is fine, but at the same time kind of annoying. Is that a shard? Green shard, yeah, it's still Valerian on Mr. Mime. It's fine because I'm not in any rush to get these. Right on Dabra. Yeah. Just shards, which is fine, but at the same time kind of annoying. But yeah, they'll tend to look like wicker baskets. We put around Eevee Kadabra. Nothing in the water. Oh, don't get too close to the water because you'll drown. Not that it really does anything, but it's still a pain. Wait, was that no. It's the angle of which I was seeing it. Confused me for a moment. Yeah. I think the exciting thing from this was Magnemite, so we'll book it from here for now. Oh. And we're looking for somebody down here. So we'll do that now, because then we can get the extra... where is he? There he is. Cool. Okay. So we're looking for Yorick. I think he's on one of these fingers, to be honest. She's not done a very good job of looking for him. Because he's not actually that far, I don't think. Like, you know. Okay, down here. Yeah, that's him. Okay. Oh, damn. Alright. So yeah, we gotta fight this chat up. It's fine. It does get an early hit on us, but we can go agile style to set up and then strong style to... Oh my god. Yeah, Luxray is very strong, so I'm not overly worried about anything at the minute. We'll get the... So this is the camp. This gives us a fast travel waypoint within the game, which is good. And we get new base camp as a reward. And there's Lavington, hey! The funny thing is obviously he's just a marker for you to interact with. And so he'll just be at all the bases at once. Even though, in theory, he would be at the one nearest to you at any given time, he's just at all of them. Okay, so we've got a few different bits and bobs. So we knocked 360 points off, so we're down to 1,840. Not too bad. We are going to drop a bunch of stuff off. Like so. And like I say, the... we'll claim those points while we're thinking about it. So how many does that give us now? 673. Yeah, just have to keep chipping away at those, unfortunately. Not any way of really speeding that up. I can't remember if we can smash the boxes or if it's a specific box that we can smash. So the distortion faded, and that's fine. Yeah, we can smash the boxes. So smoke bomb, scatterbang. So yeah, the boxes will give you like man-made stuff, because they're obviously a man-made thing. There's lots of them, and they do respawn. Oh, we got an Ultra Ball for that. That's pretty cool. Sticky globs are one of the best items in the game. The smoke bombs are super useful if you're trying to sneak up on a Pokemon that isn't by grass. So that's nice to have one of those. Although we probably won't be able to use it anytime soon, just because I'm going to try and hold on to stuff like that as much as possible. There's a Gold Duck Alpha. We don't want any part of that, quite honestly. Oh, stuff on that. Thank you. Right. Going to run around this little area here. Okay. Grab more and more materials as we go. That is one thing we really do need to do. I know it can be a bit like stop-start, travel, but if we grab as many items as we can now, it's going to make crafting and stuff so much easier and just give us much more access to better items and better abilities later on in the game. And also make catching Pokemon easier, which is ultimately what we want to do. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. It's our good friend Volo, who's definitely not ever going to think about betraying us, because he's our good friend. But yes, he's basically very interested in the plates and the mythology of the region, which is very in keeping with the themes of the region, by the way. And he's basically of an opinion that they've got some connection to the events that we're seeing in the area. So this is Iscan. He basically is our next sort of quest giver for the next minute. We want to go to the island. He's going to explain to us that to do that we need the help of our next ride Pokemon, which is Basculegion. And he wants us to go and catch a specific ghost type Pokemon. Normally this Pokemon will only spawn at night, but for the benefit of this particular quest, it will just spawn one. And it's pretty much where we just were. But yeah, we're not overly worried about that, so we'll go and do that. Oh, it does make us wait till night, so that's fine. So we need to go and catch Dusclops. We're gonna dump that in our box because we need it anyway. Oh, the rain! Look at the rain. It's so rainy. It's like average day in Britain. I'm allowed to say that because I'm British, alright? I'm allowed. Just once, I would like one of these quests where they're like, oh yeah, go here, catch a specific Pokemon. Where if you go and catch it somewhere else, they're like, no, I told you to catch it from this particular place. Because it doesn't check the location, it's just checking the Pokedex entry and that you physically have the Pokemon in some cases. But yeah, in terms of actually going and catching the Pokemon, there it is. I would like it just once to be. Oh, wait, let me change the balls. There we go. For us to be called out for not doing it properly. That would be quite funny. Alright. Boom. We're not going to hit it with Crunch because I think that'll... Oh, actually, it's quite a high level. Can we do... We'll do a bite. Okay. And it's 2 stun to move, so that's good. Items, Great Ball, use. We're not using this Dusclops at all. Dust and Wire is pretty cool, but I don't... You know, yeah, we're going to have Gengar, so whatever. So that's Dusclops. We also want Duskull over here. Weep. Weep. There we go. Right. So now, actually walk all the way back. Big. Boo that man for not being a fast point travel jobby. As you can see, I'm still avoiding the wisps at all costs. We will do those eventually. I'm not overly concerned about it. I'm just going to grab a guide and pick them off in some semblance of order. But later on, when we've got more travel options, there are Pokemon that I want to go and grab immediately once we have what we're about to get. And oh, I went into his house. I didn't mean to do that. Very sorry. Very rude of me. Going uninvited. Let's talk. That's what we wanted to do. Yeah, we did bring it. It's so funny because he's like, oh, it's this Pokemon, and it needs to use a particular move on the food for Basculegion. I love how you can just be so rude to this guy. Just be like, "Come on, get a grip!" Like that's mean. The guy's having a moment. Like let him struggle. So good. Right. Basculegion food. It's a quest item. So we can go and call Basculegion. We have to go down there to do it. Basculegion is a new evolution for this game. Well, it's not new now, but at the time this game came out, it was new. And it's of the Unovan Pokemon Basculin, which didn't evolve previously. So it was a really cool little addition to the game. He's his girlfriend. So, anywho, he calls Basculegion. We get the ability to surf, in effect. Let's wait for it to appear on screen. There it is. Look at that. Actually, a really cool design. And that means that we can get to more areas in the previous maps as well. I think all the maps are designed in a way where there's certain areas you can't get to without all of the traversal mechanics. This one being surf. Obviously, we've got the speed and jump of Weirdeer and the item hunting of Ursaluna. But this is kind of the first major unlock, and we get a plate for that as well. So But yeah. They're basically now telling you that they're in a relationship, and Iscan was involved in helping save the two Growlithe who are there, but could not obviously help save the Arcanine and drowned. Which, honestly, yeah, very sad. Very, very sad, and definitely something that kind of, yeah. Anyway, so they steal the bigger Growlithe with intent to evolve it into Arcanine. And they take him to the Fire Spit Island. Using Gengar to get away. Like, proper villainous stuff. Growlithe's not in any danger. I'll say that now. We'll rescue Growlithe when we get round to it. But yes, we're going to go to Fire Spit Island. Save Growlithe. And yeah, shows you that we can now ride Basculin. So what we're going to do is we're going to save, because I haven't saved in ages, and we're going to head over to the, because we're not going to do that right now. We're going to head to the map. We're going to talk to Laventon, and he's going to give us the updated stuff. And we're like, yeah, cool, come on. Tell us what we've updated, chip away at it a little bit, and we're going to return to village because I want to go and grab one specific Pokemon right now. And see, I want to use it, but I don't want to just constantly be changing my team. But then at the same time, it's kind of half the point, isn't it? So we're going to go to the Islands. And we're going to pop a little marker. Let me zoom out a little bit. Pop a little marker here, because that's where we want to go. And we're going to head over there. Now, the good thing about having Basculegion means that we can just jump in the river and follow that down. But see, look at that. So Basculegion gets a dash, which moves it quicker, which in open water is great, but here is kind of tricky to control. If you have like a nice straight run, you can use it, but whilst turning it's a little finicky. And I'm going to head around here, and it also has a double jump, which is quite useful for getting to places, and that's what we're going to be using shortly. And we're going to go around. See what I mean about the corners? They can be a little awkward. Oh, we don't even need to use the double jump. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to jump off of you. I'm going to duck. Right, Petalil. We need anyway. I'm going to catch Gengar. I can see the Pokemon we want. I see two of the Pokemon we want. Look at Ian. He's so cute. This is Goomy. That one's sleeping, so we're going to catch that one easily. Did we not catch it? Wow. Goomy was like, nah, you're not catching me. Right. I'm gonna use a bite. Yeah, that warp pulse would destroy our Growlithe. A record. Okay. So that's Goomy. Registered. That's the Pokemon I wanted. We are going to run though. Look at this. Oh, so good. Right. There's a satchel there. Might as well grab that. It's on the way. Yeah. So we'll grab that satchel and then continue our Here we go. We can make a quick escape on the water. There we go. Alright, we'll fast travel to the camp. So yeah, Goomy's one of my favourite Pokemon available in this game. There's a lot of Pokemon I'm going to say are my favourites, to be honest with you, but yeah, we're going to have a couple. So there's Goomy. Also got Petalil, which is good. So we can get Lilligant later. See what observations it gave us. So yeah, just a few more little points there, 80 points in all. Or return to village. See how we're doing with space. I think we've got much left. Yeah, I'll dump a bunch of stuff off, so that's fine. I'm gonna store that Ultra Ball for now. Can I make any more? We'll chat to this lady here. Alright, spy clothing. So yeah, I like the headbands, you see. So we'll go with the... Is that like a red one? There it is. There we go. There we go. That's cool. Right. Everyday kimono. I think that's all we're gonna... Yeah, we've got fancy kimonos for the different bosses we've done. Festival Top's pretty cool. So we'll go with Crimson Festival Top. I think that feels like a little bit of an upgrade. And then we'll go with what fancy bottoms. So we'll go Rowlet, Weird Cleavor, Luna. I think the Cleavor ones go quite nicely actually. So we'll grab them. Yeah. And then any footwear. Split toe boots. Finally changed my boots. Pine. Daffodil. Crimson. Dark Slate. White Lily. We'll go with Dark Slate. That's fine. Yeah. And then we're done. Oh, that's so much better. That's so much better. Right. Okay. So, we can't buy Great Balls at the minute. Oh, this guy's here. So this guy lets you buy sweets. They're basically experience candies. We're gonna buy... How many of these can we buy? 3. Buy 2. Because we can chuck 2 on a Pokemon and get them sort of very strong. And then we'll craft 20 Great Balls. That's good. Okay, so let's have a little little look at what we can do with our team. I'm thinking Staravia is going to be swapped out for so we might just evolve that to a Staraptor to get that done, and then swap in Goomy. Because Goodra is so good in this game. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I think that's the play. So if we go, this is like 30 something. We'll use both on you. Yeah, look at that. It's meant to be. Alright, we're going to evolve. Because Dragon Steel is going to be crazy useful in this particular game. There's a Staraptor, which is going to count towards our Pokedex. And we're going to chat to you. We've got mass release as an option now, so that's fine. We're not releasing anyone in a minute. Extra 4, there we are. So we're going to take Goomy, she's squishy, and we'll talk to her another time. Right, so let's have a look at Goomy. Check summary. So yeah, we've got oh my god, yes, that's amazing. A modest Goomy. Yes, please. That's good. That's really good. Will Goomy listen to us actually saying that? Yeah, well, okay, that's fine. Oh, that's good. Modest Goomy? Are you serious? We'll just run a special attacking Goomy. That's like amazing. So let's have a look at the squad so far. So we've got Goomy, we've got Growlithe, Umbreon, we've got Haunter. Oh, he's big, isn't he? Dartrix, and Luxray. Oh, quite the team. Take a level. Can we do a? How do we do a? Yeah, there we go. It's just that. There we go. Got a couple of screenshots. Post those online later on. Yeah, if you press on the right thumbstick with the setting enable, it hides the UI, which is like really cool. And they haven't really done that since they've done like heavily reduced UIs, but yeah, you can just play with the UI off, and it's nice. It's nice when you're like this and there's nothing on screen, and you can do like a really cool picture. See what you've got for me. A Scabang Pokeball set. I don't really need more Pokeballs right now. Okay. Maybe if I had some... Oh, I'm not going to ask what she wants. Right. So. We need to nickname everything. And in the next stream, because I am thinking of wrapping up now, because my voice is starting to get really tired, evolve as much as possible. So off stream, I'm going to farm, or as much as I can farm anyway, satchels to get the points, because we need at least 1,000 for Haunter. Can we get... Let me just check something. Can we get evolution stones from her? I think we can. I know you can just find them, or I might be thinking of Scarlet and Violet. Items, so let's see, yeah. So we need 1,000 for Growlithe, 1,000 for Haunter, and then yeah, we can get some candies from Matey Boy to bulk up some levels on Goomy and Co. Just to bring those levels up, because like we are quite low leveled. So I think that's the plan. Let's have a look at the Pokédex. So we have got tasks to do, but overall we've caught 51 Pokemon of the 200 in the game, so we're about a quarter done. That number will skyrocket when we are sort of able to have better items, and there's a few Pokemon we can't get, like Cyndaquil and Oshawott, and their evolution lines we can't get at all. So yeah, just things like evolving Bidoof, Staravia, we've just evolved in Staraptor, but that's not been updated yet, so that's fine. We've got that entire line without actually evolving a Wurmple, which is hilarious. So we got to get Cascoon and Dustox. Got to evolve a Ponyta. We've got all the evolutions to do, which we knew. Zubat, that's going to be a pain. But yeah, I mean, once we start just going around and catching things, in fact, that's one thing we can go and do now. That's one thing we can go do now. That's where we end the stream. Let's do that. So we're gonna head and we're gonna reclaim. It won't be in the same area. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so mass outbreaks unlock when you get to the coastlands. Didn't know that. So a mass outbreak, and as you can see here straight away, it's Badoo, is where a particular Pokemon will be in an area and it'll be super common there. Means that shiny hunting that particular Pokemon is going to be significantly easier. But yeah, so that's cool. I didn't realize that was now. So we don't get massive mass outbreaks until the post game. But that update will be in the game code now anyway, so like we will get those, just not yet. And yeah, we got time space distortions and stuff that we can do. But like for me, the plan is I can go and get the different satchels from the different areas. It might mean letting the clock run, but I'll look into that later, see if there's any way to sort of prompt those to show up. But I'm guessing without the online, the answer to that is a no. But not overly worried. So there's an island over here. It's not actually this first little bit of land that we're going to zoom past, but this bigger island here. There's Pokemon on it that we want. And we're going to go and grab some. So, should we try and catch you? No. No, I don't think we will. But there's one Pokemon here I really want to grab. Don't worry, we're not going to run a pure fire team, as tempting as it is, but I do want to reclaim this little guy. We are not going anywhere near the Infernape over there. This is Chimchar, and hopefully he'll just stay in the ball. Yay! So we've got Chimchar. There we go. That's where we finished the stream today. So we've caught Chimchar. We've been live for 2.5 hours, which is a little bit longer than I normally have been doing. But I can really feel my voice starting to get tired, and I don't want to overdo it. So the plan is to, let me save before I forget. Oh, we're on Romanus Island, which if you've played BDSP will mean something to you. So the plan for next time is to go and rescue Growlithe, and we'll go from there. I think that's the plan. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking part if you're watching this on YouTube, drop us a like or a comment or whatever. And see you next time. Take care.